Soldiers of the Blessed Emperor, I am Hestia Prine, a daughter of Messalina and representative of the Holy Inquisition. It is my solemn duty to stand in witness to your deeds and to record the penances you undertake. History shall remember the martyrs who fell in Atoma's defense. May Saint Messalina walk ever beside you in the Emperor's light. Though it take a lifetime of blood and strife, Atoma shall be free.
Darktide's biggest update thus far is now live, the Path of Redemption. Hello everyone, my name is BurningWiki and welcome to my channel. And before I get started, I would like to ask you all that if you do enjoy my content, then please subscribe to the channel. So yes, today the Path of Redemption for Warhammer Darktide came out and it is gigantic. Now, what are the changes you can expect in the game? The Shrine of Penitentax. Welcome to the Shrine of Penitentax, Sister Hestia Prine Alcove on the Morningstar's main deck, and where she will be recording the penances the rejects undertake in their fight to liberate Atoma. It is located straight across from the Sire Melk's Requisitorium and has been newly renovated to accommodate the expanding number of records and scrolls needed. And this is what it looks like now. And I gotta say, the art in this game is fantastic. Reworked Penance menu. The screen where penances were located has been replaced with a new overhauled and extended menu composed of three main elements. The Penance screen, similar to how the old screen held a list of penances players could complete, the new screen holds all previous and the new penances in one place. It divides the different penances into 10 categories, many of which players will recognize from the old menu, but also some of the new ones. The old offensive, defensive and team categories have been condensed into two new tactical categories. The regular and redacted class specific penances have been merged together. When browsing this screen, players can select between two display modes. The first is a grid that shows penances as smaller badges with their icons and is meant to serve as an overview of the total progress the player has to obtain. The second is a more classic list of view with two columns that will sort in progress penances first and place the completed ones at the bottom, so the player can at a glance see what they are progressing on together with a summary of the penance description. Furthermore, Hestia will remember the preferences and showcase penances in the last used display mode if they close and reopen the menu, which is really nice. And this is what it looks like now, and I gotta say, it does look very nice. The unlocks are at the bottom, and there are a lot of new unlocks. The Path of Redemption currently has a total of 45 tiers, although more tiers are planned to be added over time. The freshly earnable rewards, including a collection of portrait frames, insignias and of round poses. Are we now gonna get Fortnite dances and stuff like that? Emotes and trinkets. Oh my god. Whoop. Oh no, please don't. Weapon skins and backpacks and character cosmetics like the Loyalist, Mobian 6th armor. Further, it's exciting to reveal that the outfits showcased in the trailers and the cinematics will be accessible through the Path of Redemption. That is so cool. I gotta admit, that is very cool. These are commonly referred to as the Darktide 7, Sola's most trusted strike team. And the new enemy is here as well. It's the Drex Tox Bomber. Basically, he throws toxic hand grenades and they will form a mist. And when you're in that cloud that the Tox Bomber creates using his hand grenades, you're gonna get weaker and weaker and weaker. You're gonna do less damage. You're gonna be able to cleave a lot less enemies. So you need to get out of that cloud. That there is no two ways about it. It's gonna be a nasty new enemy to face. Mission changes. Each mission now includes a Martyr's Skull that players can obtain by solving a challenge, which may occasionally require assistance from other operatives. Successfully extracting with the Martyr's Skull will result in completion of a penance, so you can unlock more things. Heretical idols in mission. Each mission now contains hidden heretical idols in a set of random locations. They can be destroyed to progress new penances and to also get a small bonus of plasteel for each destruction. New final objective and mission giver treatment for Heb Draco. We always felt that the story of the sample collection and the page 3 in Heb Draco wasn't really told as well as it could have been, so we decided to revisit the experience. There is now a new story being told by the mission givers, featuring some new characters, including Sister Hestia Prine and representatives from both House Margrave and House Barquette, and a new type of interrogator called the Biotic Probe, featuring a new minigame. Additionally, a page 3 area features some thematic, sound and graphical updates, as well as tweaks to intensity and gameplay, which is also very nice. A new special condition, which is Pox Gas. A new special condition, Pox Gas, is now available on the mission terminal. The special condition changes the mission to have more of a green Nurgle gas look and adds Pox Gas clouds into the mission. The Pox Gas clouds have a similar effect on the players and enemies as the Drek Tox Bomber gas, where they buff enemies and apply corruption to players. Oh, that's gonna be so nasty. That is gonna be nasty as hell with the corruption. Additional med stems will appear throughout the mission to help counter the Pox Gas effect. Low intensity and high intensity versions have also been added, which is very good. Additional 2 new Maelstrom missions have been added to the conditions. Maelstrom mission E1, 3 and 7, waves of specialist enemies, Pox Gas Nurgle's Blessing, get a buff that makes them tougher. Only Drek faction increased patrols. And Maelstrom mission J1, 2 and 4, waves of specialist Pox Gas monstrosities, specialist, chance of specialists become weaker monstrosities, and snipers. And this is the new, I think, Tox Gas mission then. Look at that. That looks really beautiful. It's gonna be awful, but it looks really beautiful. The artwork, again, the artwork in this game is top notch. I was really surprised they did not get a Steam award. At least the music should have gotten an award, and the whole design of the game, it is top notch. Then you have Personality Scorch. A new feature has been introduced to the Barber Surgeon, now as Personality Scorch. This procedure offers players the opportunity to alter all facets of their operative, from the character creator, class being only exception. This novel service for the reject stems from a joint venture undertaken by Kroll and Sephony. To fund this venture, there is a necessity for 50,000 Ordo Ducats fee imposed by Kroll. I hope they added more voices, because there is a kind of limited amount of voices in the game. So maybe they did that. I have no idea. Player titles. Titles are a new reward type displayed as an extra text under characters' names in nameplates, both in the world and in the HUD. These are awarded through completing penances and advancing the penance track. By default, titles are visible in missions, and they have colors that match their rarity. Title colors and visibility in missions can be changed in the options menu under the interface section for players who prefer fewer elements in screen. Voice modulation UI indicators. Cosmetic items that can alter an operative's voice will now have a small icon on the item preview titles, as well as clarifying text in the item details. And finally, because when you're buying things in the premium shop, you have no idea what alters your voice, and now you can see here on the top left there is a little kind of a voice bar icon that shows that your voice will now get changed. And I like the look of this helmet, the Handguard MK3 Rebreather. That is a very nice helmet indeed. And I have some sad news for all you Ogryn players, and I am one of them. The Ogryn has been nerfed. It says the damage reduction granted by the Feel No Pain Keelstone, combined with the high amount of toughness being replenished by Smash 'em and the best defense talents, made the Ogryns extremely tanky in both melee and ranged engagements, with just a small talent point investment. Stacks of Feel No Pain will now be removed also by taking toughness damage, but will also regenerate much more quickly, punishing Ogryns who only rely on face tanking hits. That's what the Ogryn is, right? The Ogryn is basically a tank player, right? I really don't understand this change. That is what the Ogryn is, a tank. Conversely, several underperforming talents on the right side of the tree were buffed, rewarding Ogryn players more for continuing down the same side. Okay, I can understand that. Feel No Pain. Stacks will now be removed upon taking any kind of damage and not only when taking health damage. Added a 1 second grace period after a stack is removed where additional stacks cannot be lost. Reduced the stack's recharge cooldown from 6 to 3 seconds. That is kind of good. Changed the toughness damage reduction bonus from being additive to multiplicative. Death Note. This means that the bonus will have diminishing returns when combined with their toughness damage reduction effects. So the best defense toughness replenishment from 25 to 20%, so he got nerfed. Smash 'em toughness replenished from 25 to 20%, again he got nerfed. Dominate rendering an elite kill from 15% to 10%. Trampling dealt increased per enemy hit on Bull Rush indomitably from 1% to 2%. Mobile emplacement damage reduction from bracing from 15 to 20%. Steady grip toughness regeneration will bracing from 2 to 3%. Burst limiter override changed to trigger from 5% to 8%, and more burst limiter overrides changed to trigger from 8% to 12%. He got absolutely nerfed. He got absolutely nerfed. The veteran also had a few changes with executioner stance cooldown from 35 to 30%, so that is a buff. Marksman focus grace time on weak spot kill from 3 seconds to 6 seconds. Grace time on weak spot from 1 to 3 seconds. Tunnel vision toughness replenishment per stack from 2.5 to 5%. Tactical reload speed. The veteran was already really good, amongst the best in the game. Yeah, I don't understand these changes kinda, but we shall find out when playing. The Psyker Disrupt Destiny made improvements to how and when the targets are selected. Stacks now fall off 1 by 1, similar to warp charges granted by warp siphoning. Duration from 15 seconds to 4 seconds. Lingering influence disrupt Destiny duration from 30 seconds to 10 seconds. Lingering influence disrupt Destiny duration from 30 seconds to 10 seconds. And perfectionism disrupt Destiny max stacks from 30 to 25. He got nerfed. And Screer's Gaze cooldown from 30 to 25. Empowered Spryonics increased base damage of Assail aimed attacks from 200 to 225. Increased smite damage bonus from 125 to 200%. And Kinetic Presence damage against elite enemies from 5 to 7.5%. And then we're going to get the Z-load, inexorable judgment duration from 8 to 6, that is a nerf. Max stacks from 20 to 15, he got nerfed again. Stun grenade, stun duration from 6 to 8, whap whap, so two more seconds. It's an area of effect, and yeah, normally you've got plenty time, 6 seconds, and now they made it 8 seconds to compensate, but you know, 6 seconds was plenty, because it's an area of effect. If you cannot kill them all within 6 seconds in that small area, you need to play another class. Base radius from 7 to 8%, okay, I guess that's nice. And infectious zeal, shared critical hit chance from 33% of blazing pity to 66%, 5% effective critical hit to 10%, so that's kind of good. And then balancing the penance changes, that is a whole lot of changes. I'm not gonna go through all of them. So that was it for the Darktide Path of Redemption update. And there is a lot more to read, so if you want to know more about it, just go to the Steam page and also go to the Steam download page to update your game. I hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, then please leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all next time.